bullies, toxic, and a cult. Just a few words that have been used to describe the Sims community.
Give it to me.
Today I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, and I'm gonna talk about some patterns I've seen and some behaviors I've witnessed in this community that have made me question whether I want to even keep playing this game at all.
I'm leaving.
Even though I don't really see myself as a member of the Sims community, whatever the hell that means. By the way, sorry if I sound extra whiny. I just found out I have Cornova yet again. And we are frightened of Cornova. But what we're not frightened of is spilling the tea. Because yes, after being somewhat involved in the Sims community, especially over the last 3 years as a quote-unquote content creator,
Whatever that means.
I've noticed some patterns that are disturbing, to say the least.
My friend, gang, 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 gang. If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain.
The first thing I want to talk about is this disturbing mob mentality I see so often in the Sims community. It all starts when someone says something that someone else doesn't like, and it's like people will go around trying to get other people riled up and get them to go after that person and just gang up on them. It's not only happened to me on a few occasions, I've seen it happen to other people and content creators, big and small. And on the cesspool that is Twitter, it's like every day they're trying to cancel someone, and it's always over the most insignificant and inconsequential stuff. If someone doesn't like a feature in the game or a piece of clothing or a hairstyle in the game, some of these stans will go on a full witch hunt, all because you said you didn't like some eyelashes or something. Deadass. It's deranged behavior. Deranged. Last month, in just a 24-hour period, I was called transphobic, a bully, white trash, a conservative who hates gays, an annoying see you next Tuesday, a washed up twink, and that I'm somehow hurting neurodivergent players. What the actual fuck? And I didn't even say anything bad. But by the way, even if someone does say something offensive, do you think leaving comments saying you're a piece of shit is beneficial in any way? Let alone 500 people leaving insulting comments calling them out of their name. What these people fail to understand is that when you act that way towards someone just because they have a different opinion, you only alienate them further and push them more in the other direction. You're not going to persuade anyone to change their opinion by attacking them. We're all aware of this fact, right? It doesn't do this community any favors when you gang up on individuals just for expressing their opinion, and it only turns more people away from the game. Which brings me to my second point, something that actually hurts to say, but I told you I'm going to be brutally honest. As a Sims content creator, which again, I'm barely even one, I have a real job. This is just my hobby, but I also have 6 million views and like 30,000 subscribers, so I can speak on this. I have often felt that some content creators in the Sims community simply do not want other creators to succeed. Now, to be honest, as I said, this community is a community that I have never really felt I was a part of. However, I can't say I never tried. I used to make videos talking about Sims channels I love. Here on the screen is a video I made last year where I gushed about Sims YouTubers I enjoy. I would hype up smaller creators, like channels with just a few hundred subs. And I would hype up and try to support my YouTube peers because I just felt it was the right thing to do. I guess I just wanted to feel like I was a part of something. And sure, there have been a handful of YouTubers I've interacted with, and to those people, I just want to say thank you for being so cool and welcoming and just accepting all around. But over the last few weeks, I have to say it has really hurt to see some of my fellow Sims 3 content creators go out of their way to be unnecessarily mean-spirited.
You are a mean girl and you are in high school. And while you are in high school, I am in Brooklyn trying to survive in this economy, working.
Recently, there was this smaller Sims YouTuber who made his rounds online, basically calling me a delusional hater. Anyway, this sort of hurt because these comments were coming from someone I was actually subscribed to. And believe it or not, in the past, I had encouraged my viewers to check out this guy's channel. But believe me I called his ass out, and he apologized when I confronted him. He basically just said he was repeating what other people had said about me. So I don't want to harp on this situation too much. I'll just leave with some parting words of wisdom from Shakespeare herself.
Say it, forget it. Right. Write it, regret it. Right, you're so right.
Maybe I was wrong all along about trying to encourage other content creators. Like, why do we need to bring each other down? Much less over a video game. But in the end, are we all out here just like hustling and like trying to survive? And whether you're doing this for fun or you're doing this as a side job, if we're gonna take aim at anyone, it should be at these damn greedy corporations, not at each other. And if you're out there and you're watching this and you feel like I was mean to not Malcolm, yeah, you probably were. And you're lucky I didn't call your ass out in this video because I was so close. So close. And I wanted to say, hey, what's good? So another thing I'd like to say, and I'd be remiss not to mention this, is that I find the extreme defensiveness among Sims 4 players in particular to be so bizarre. You guys know I'm a Sims 3 fan. It's my favorite game in the franchise, but it's not a perfect game, and I'm well aware of that. So it's natural that sometimes people have criticisms of it, and that's okay. But I've noticed among many Sims 4 players, there's this extreme defensiveness whenever people criticize that game. It's almost like they take any criticism of the game as a personal attack, and that's never what it's about. If any of you follow me on Twitter, you know I've experienced this personally. Countless names I've been called, all because I criticize EA and The Sims 4 and its DLC model. But why are these people so quick to defend this huge billion-dollar company? You don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but you also don't have to take the side of a huge corporation. You could also take the side of fellow players, consumers who are getting swindled in a lot of ways. Why are they so defensive? We'll never know. Maybe they're sort of insecure about their own feelings toward the game and they don't like to be confronted with reality. Whatever the reason, the truth is when you act that dogmatic, you only turn more people away. So if you really care that much about The Sims 4 or any game, you won't act so offended every time someone has a minor criticism of it. Because again, no one's attacking you, they're criticizing the game itself. And I think that's something we should remember in the future, guys. Actually, did you guys know there's an entire Sims subreddit? I think it's called Low Sodium Simmers. And basically, it's against the rules to say anything negative about The Sims 4 in that sub. I find that so fascinating, just like the psychology of it. There are people out there who are so sensitive to hearing critique that it ruins their entire experience of playing it. And that's mind-blowing. Because like, they teach you in school that critical analysis is essential for learning, for education, for everything. But if you're closing yourself off to any kind of critical analysis because it hurts you or offends you that much, I don't know. I'm worried for all of our brain cells, honestly. I have COVID brain, and even I recognize this is a problem. Keep the schools open. Lastly, we can't ignore the fact that the Sims community has this propensity for being toxic and hateful when it comes to other life simulation games too. We all saw the same behavior happening with Life by You fans, some of whom were literally bullying developers, saying they should be fired, and calling Rod Humble a senile old man.
I was sick.
If you participated in that behavior, you're actually sick in the head. I'm sorry. No normal person acts that way over a video game. I don't know if it's the demographic of players. I don't know if they all got cabin fever from living with The Sims for too long, but I've seen it with other life simulation games too. This toxicity has also seeped into the Inzoi fans. In my experience, they're sort of even worse. Life sim fans being hateful and toxic, what's new? You know, a few weeks ago on Twitter, the great Simney Spears said that Sims players are one of the most toxic fan bases in gaming. Little sweet old cozy Sims players who knew they could be so nasty.
So nasty.
And that's what happened.
So rude.
But honestly, all this stuff has made me realize I'm not a part of this community, and I don't think I want to be part of this community.
So, am I leaving the Sims community? To be honest, everything tells me yes, I should. I think it's time to move on. I did take this poll on Twitter, and most of you guys said I shouldn't leave. But I don't know, my intuition tells me I should distance myself from this game. And as much as I really love the process of making videos, they don't have to be about this game. And to be honest, it's getting boring just playing the same game over and over on this channel. And the great thing is, I don't rely on this channel for anything, so I can sort of do whatever I want.
However, I want to end on a positive note and say 90% of the comments I get are so funny and so kind and supportive. Thank you guys for watching. It really does mean the world to me, and I guess I'll see you in the next one, whatever the next one may be.